Hi, Rusty Schaefer here for Fretlight.com. So I want to briefly tell you about these different amp selections and how the heck you're going to buy one of these amps and how are you going to know what you want. We carry the Vox couple lines of Valvetronics amps and the Orange Crush Pix amps. Any of these amps are awesome. It depends on where you're playing. Are you in a home and in your apartment? Do you need a little bit smaller size, smaller wattage? Do you want to really customize your sound like the Vox amps? Or do you want to just kind of set it and forget it and go with the Orange? The Orange are solid state amps, right? They're all circuitry, digital circuitry. The Vox actually has a 12AX7 tube in each amp, which for your power section. So that's going to give you a little bit of warmth in your tone. Completely up to you. You can't go wrong with any amp. But let's do a quick listen and overview of all four. Okay, let's take a look at the Vox control panel on the VT40 Plus, and it's really the same on the 20 Plus. You just have 20 more watts here. So you've got all these presets, which are really great. So you can choose different amps, meaning that this is kind of like a modeling amp. You've got all of your gain, volume, treble, and all that stuff. And what's really neat is you can take any preset and then change the treble, let's say, the mids, and save it as your own preset. It's fully customizable. You've got effects here, you've got delay, flange, octave, all kinds of stuff. You've got reverb, your power level, as you can see, you can boost it a little bit, you can turn it down, depending upon if you just want to push the amp but in a quieter setting, and you get a built-in tuner. So let's listen to some of these sounds. Okay, so this is the VT40 Plus. I've got some reverb set on there. Let's just go through these amps a little bit. You can see these are all presets. I haven't touched anything. So they have wonderful tones in here. You've got some great sounds. You can get really heavy metal. I can do digital delay. Let's try that. I can tap it in too, which is really nice. Looks like that's a little flange actually. There's my delay. It's really limitless to what you can do with this amp. It does have a built-in tuner. The 40 is going to be a little bit louder than the 20, but it's essentially the same amp. I would recommend this amp for anybody who's already owned amplifiers, who wants to get or loves the idea of the presets, but you want to tinker. You really want to create something, save it. You can save it with the effects, and you can recall it at any time. That's really what the Vox Valvetronics is set up to do. It's really give you that custom tone. You're not going to go wrong. The Vox is a great amp company. They've been around for many, many years. Let's move on to the Orange Crush Pix amps. Okay, the Orange Crush Pix line of amps. These are solid state amps. This is the 35 LDX and you've got the 20 LDX. They've got built-in effects, built-in tuners. You've got overdrive on both amps. They're really convenient. This is an amp that you can get going with just a couple of effects right away. So let's take a look at the control panel. So what you've got is you've basically got your treble controls, mid, high, volume, overdrive, gain, your built-in tuner, one button, and you've really got a simplified effects section. You've got 16 effects programs. You choose that and you choose the level of effect. It's really, really simple. Headphones, I failed to mention that on the Vox. It's got headphones also. You can hook up a pedal to this, the 35 LDX, for switching between channels. Real simple. Let's take a listen. So this is the clean channel. Again, this is 35 watts. This is going to be 20 watts. The 20 watt is a little bit if you're in an apartment, you really need to keep the noise level down. I like the 35. It just has a little more guts to it. Very clean. Now listen to what the effects are. So here's some reverb. That's a lot of reverb. You've got delay. my digital delay, and I can set that crazy. Or I can turn it down to nothing. You've got flange, you've got chorus, the distortion, one button. And here we go. Again, all of your effects work on the distortion as well. Very cool amp, very cool. So I would recommend the orange amps. Maybe if you've never owned a guitar amplifier before, they're really cool, they're hip, they stand out, they're a blast to play through, and they're simple. They're really simple. They're not going to have the programming features of the Vox, but they do the job. They're awesome. You're not going to go wrong with either amp, and we've got them in stock and ready to go. You're going to be very happy with whatever you choose. I'm Rusty Schaefer for Fretlight.com. Thanks.